Bama had a day yesterday, which is more kind of an open practice than anything. I'm unchanged on the quarterback position here. I heard Ryan Grubb say there's not a lot of separation, which there isn't. I'm not claiming this is done. I'm not claiming that they've secretly made the decision who's going to start against Florida State. When I say my opinion is unchanged, I think it's Ty Simpson's job to lose. It is his job to lose. I don't think, barring injury, that's going to change. To me, the bigger focal point has been these two cats right here, Austin Mack, Kalen Russell, because right now, probably entered spring thinking Mack was a solid number 2 and Kalen Russell is the promising true freshman. I think the more spring has gone on, the more they've realized we got to get Kalen Russell ready to play because he'll be good enough and also because he probably will give us the next best chance to win by the time fall gets here. Very important, especially if you've got the opinion I've got. This has the chance to be an extremely good wide receiver room. I've been down there this spring. Those guys are for real. And Ryan Williams not even practicing. So when you watch them go, you understand the best is not even out there. But I think they really hit on some of those true freshmen. I really think that they are about as deep as they've been at that position in quite a few years. Now, I can't go back a long time because for a while, Alabama was the standard when it came to wide receiver rooms. But just as much as you say that, I think their DB room's really underrated as well. I'll put it to you this way. There are guys who saw a ton of minutes for them, ton of snaps last year, who are not necessarily hurt, but may just get passed up because of quality competition and because they've evaluated good there. They got some good players in that secondary. So that was a problem at times for them last year. So I'm really, that's what I'm interested to watch with them come week 1. But a few different times this year, they're going to face really good deep receiver rooms, good quarterbacks, and the ability to get off the field and the ability to play balls in the air. That kind of stuff at times last year they looked good. At times they looked lost. How far have they come there? What I worry about with Bama is their run game. The consistency, anytime you see those offenses out there that are consistent, inevitably there is a good, solid, dependable ground game baked in. That doesn't always mean you got a 1,000-yard rusher in the room, but it does mean you can count on it and it's consistent. And let me cut in really quick and ask, look, prayer hands, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you think you're subscribed, check and make sure. Over 50% of you aren't. It's free, it doesn't sign you up for anything, and it helps us keep the show free, college football year-round, the way God intended it. All right, back to the clip. I don't know if I feel that about them coming out of spring. Still plenty of time, and who knows, they may do something in the portal. Or maybe they've got the right guys on campus, and I'm just seeing it wrong. But the ability to consistently rely on a ground game and then the ability to disrupt at pass rushing positions, that's what I wonder about with them. I wonder about multiple year guys. Keon Keeley is a guy that I watched closely when I went down there. And I'm just kind of interested, is that a guy who's found his niche? Because you don't have a Dallas Turner on that team. You don't have a Will Anderson on that team. That doesn't mean you can't get after the passer. Doesn't mean, guys on the interior can't cause that. But can they consistently do it? Can they consistently affect the quarterback? Can they consistently run the ball the way they need to? Two big questions for Alabama with me. I think team mentality is really good. Really good. I think, I'm not saying they went full Junction Boys mode on them because you can't do that anymore because you go to prison. But about as close to that line as you can get, I think they went in winter and spring, which is a far cry from what they had to pull the reins back on last year, or else everyone would have entered the portal. So just interesting times there at Alabama. They're going to be a factor, I believe, in the SEC championship picture.